In this video, we're going to be taking a look on pages Word 28 and 29, which is entitled Copy and Paste Text. Copying and pasting text is similar to cutting and pasting text, except the text that you copy is not removed from the document. Rather, a copy of the text is placed on the clipboard, leaving the original text in place. You can copy text to the clipboard using the Copy button in the Clipboard group on the Home tab, or you can copy text by pressing the Control key as you drag the selected text from one location to another. If we take a look at step 1 on page Word 28, it tells us that we want to select Travel Luncheon in the headline. So if we go through here and if we get into our document, and in this headline here where it says in QST's Travel Luncheon, we want to select Travel Luncheon. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go up and click the Copy button in the Clipboard group on the Home tab. So here's our Clipboard group and there's our Copy button. And when we click on that, that has now copied the text and it has placed it on both the System clipboard as well as the Office clipboard. And of course you'll notice as well that it leaves the original text that you copied in place. Now you can also cut or copy text by right-clicking the selected text as well, and then clicking the Cut or Copy command on the menus that open. So if I would right-click on this, I could also have clicked on Copy here as well. Step 2 tells us that we want to place the insertion point before season in the third paragraph. So if we go down to the third paragraph here, and just right before season, we're going to place our insertion point. Then next, we're going to click on the Paste button in the Clipboard group. And you will notice that the Travel Luncheon has been moved, or excuse me, not moved, but copied from the headline down here. But you'll notice that it kept its formatting as well. And so it does look a little bit different than the surrounding text. And in our next step, we're going to be taking a look at changing that. So in step 3, it tells us that we need to click the Paste Options button, which is this right down here. That's our Paste Options. You can also hit your Control key as well. And when you click on that, you'll notice that a small little pop-up menu has appeared. And it tells us that we want to move the mouse over each button on the menu and read its screen tip. So if we put our cursor over this one here, or our pointer over this one, it tells us that we want to keep the source formatting. So it's going to keep the formatting from where it came from. So in this case, that's the default, and that's what it's going to look like. We go to the next one, it tells us it wants us to merge the formatting. And so that is where it's going to use some of the surrounding formatting of the text around it. And then finally, there's just keep the text only. And of course, that would be that it would just use the default text Calibri 11-point font on there as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on the Keep Text Only button. So if we click on that, you'll now notice that the text is still there, but it has been changed to match the rest of the paragraph. Now the buttons on the Paste Option menu allow you to change the formatting of the pasted text. And of course, as we said, you can choose to keep the original formatting, keep source formatting, match the destination formatting as far as merge formatting, or you can paste the unformatted text, which is what we've done, and that is where we keep the text only. On step 4, it tells us that we need to select the website of www.questspecialtytravel.com in the 5th paragraph. So we go down to the 5th paragraph here, and we see that here is www.questspecialtytravel.com. Now we don't need to select the remaining part of that website, just the first part of it on there. Then it tells us that we want to press and hold our Control key, and then we want to press and hold our left mouse button until the pointer changes to a mouse pointer with 2 boxes on it. One with a kind of a grayed outline, and another one with a solid black line with a plus sign in the middle, and that means that it's going to allow us to copy this text. So now, much like we did when we moved it on the previous video, we just need to drag this to our desired location, and it tells us to the we want to drag the pointer's vertical line to the end of the last paragraph. So we want to put it right there, and we want to place this between the word site and the period. Once we have our position pointed right here, we want to release our mouse button, and then release our control key. Now what that has done is that has actually copied this web address, but it has not placed it on the clipboard. And we see that the text is copied to the last paragraph. And since the formatting of the text you copied is the same of the formatting of the destination paragraph, you can really ignore the paste options button at this time. Now, text is not copied to the clipboard as we said before when you copy it using this method. And this method is what we call the drag and drop method. Now, of course, if you move the text instead of copying it, so if you forgot to hit the control key and you just clicked and dragged this down, you can always hit the undo button on your quick access toolbar on there to reverse out what you've just done. Now, step 6 tells us that we want to place the insertion point before the www.questspecialtytravel.com in this last paragraph, and we want to type in the word "at" and then hit a space. Once we do that, we want to then go ahead and save our document. Now, one little feature of Word as well that is really handy, especially when you have a long document, is what we call splitting the document. And if you want to copy or move items between parts of a long document, it can be useful to split the document window into 2 panes. And this actually allows you to display the item you want to copy or move in one pane and the destination for the item in another pane. Now, to split a window, you need to click the split button in the window group on the View tab. So if we go to the View tab up here, and here is the split window button, and that's in the window group. And when you click on that, you'll notice that now we have a top and bottom part to our document. Now, it is the same document, because you can scroll through there and see that it's the same document, just that we can control 2 different areas of that on there. And of course, just to copy or move an item from one pane to another, you can use the cut, copy, and paste commands, or you can actually drag the item between the 2 panes. Now, when you're finished editing the document in this manner, you can either double-click the split bar to restore it back to a single pane. So if I would go through here and click right in this area, that would remove that split, or you can go up here and click on Remove Split in the View tab in the window group, and that will take you back to one document. Now, that concludes the information on pages Word 28 and 29 about copying and pasting text. In the next video for Word 2013 Unit B, we're going to be using the Office clipboard.